Students, today we are going to start with the writing skills. We had finished with the poem Keeping Quiet yesterday. And with that, from Flamingo, whatever is there in your term 1, that has been covered. We'll be doing it once again during the revision days, right? And so what have we done? The 3 chapters which are going to be included, last lesson, Lost Spring and Deep Water. These are going to be included. Second 3 poems. Which 3 poems have we done? My Mother at 66, Elementary School Classroom, and Keeping Quiet. These 3 chapters have been done, right? 3 plus 3. Yeah. From the other book, Vistas. Monday onwards, you are going to bring Vistas. We will start with that book. There are 2 chapters. And as I warned you beforehand also, that the chapters in that book, they're very lengthy. Right? So we are really going to need more periods maybe to complete it. 2 chapters from that. Third level and enemy. Right? Now let's discuss the writing skills. Let us discuss the writing skills which are going to be here. Please note this down. All of you note this down, please. Right? Note this down. Now for your term 1, you have your short writing skills. What are they? Notice writing and classified advertisements. We have discussed this. We will be discussing more examples. Okay? More different kinds of classified advertisements and notice writing also. Clear? Then we have, from your long writing skills, I have letter to the editor. And I have article writing. Right? Are you noting it down at home also? Shashank, are you writing? Yes, can I see a beautiful handwriting? Bhamit, show me yours. Bhamit has a good handwriting. Yes, Bhamit is there. And of course, yeah, Malik. Others also, are you writing or not? Anshita, Udit, Mayank? Very nice, very good. Okay, yeah, good. That's nice. So all of you, please note this down. And one thing more you have to remember, all this, whatever this is going to be 40 marks. And where are your 10 marks going to be added from? Your 10 marks assessment of speaking and listening skills, which is going to be conducted twice in a year. Once in the first term and in the second term. Lab nahi hogi, don't worry. We will be conducting in that way. Let's see whether it is going to be offline or online. So it might be offline. You never know. For speaking skills and listening skills. So let's see whatever the situation is or whatever it is. But remember, both the terms, these 10 marks will be assessed for. Okay? Right? Like in your other subjects, you have your projects and all which you have to submit. Right? Here we have this, which is going to be assessed both terms. Fine? Like it was conducted last year also. Very successfully we had conducted. We had managed to conduct a practical before the, situation got bad. So our school was able to conduct the practical. It is going to be there. Huh? Very simple. What is it to be afraid of? See, this is what I'm telling you, no? You have to be confident. And how are you going to be confident? What are you going to do every day? Study. That is how you're going to get that confidence. Right? So you have been working very hard. You are students of Swami Sandas Public School. We have been working hard right from our nursery days. So 1 year is not going to be a big burden for you. We're going to continue working hard. Okay? So then once, of course, you're confident, what is it to be scared about? We are scared if you don't study. But if you're studying, there is nothing to be worried about. Okay? So yeah, everything is going to be conducted as per earlier things. So don't worry here. Now, what are we going to start for? You have an idea what notice writing is. We have discussed advertisements also. I'll be discussing it again during our revision days. Today, we're going to start off with letter to the editor. Now here, when we write a letter to the editor, we have been writing a letter to the editor, I don't know since when. And we think writing a letter to the editor is just like, talking to an elder and discussing your problems like that. And the editor is going to solve it. The editor is not going to solve the problem. What is the editor going to do? Yes, the editor is going to highlight that problem. Right? So we highlight an issue, right, which is of maybe general concern, which needs to be brought to the notice. Okay. We will not, yeah, please sit straight. It is not something, like, of course, I would say your personal grievances here. No. We are not discussing our personal issues. Okay. For that, we have our letter of complaints that we write to the concerned authorities. Right, Varun? Yes? Okay. So our letter of editor, it's of a general nature, some problems, some issues, right? And it is not always we are talking about complaining. No, it is not always. Let us also appreciate also things that we think, right? Yeah, some things did go very well. And we really appreciate that. We need to appreciate that on a public platform. Now, what is the importance of writing the letter to the editor? Here it is a medium, it's a newspaper which reaches a wider audience. Because there are many people here, of course, having access, reading the newspaper. Nowadays, we have online also. So people are reading that, they are aware of the issues. Right? So it is going to reach a larger audience and it is going to have a larger impact. Okay. But we are going to discuss general issues. As I said, if we have any kinds of complaints, we write to the concerned higher authority. And letter of complaints we have done earlier. We have discussed or not? For business complaints we have done, or official complaints we have done, writing letter to the higher authorities there about any problems and all. So all that we have discussed. Okay. Yes. Do you remember the format? Let us start with the format here. What is, it's been a long time, I think so, since we wrote a letter. Yes. What is the, you have a sender's address. Yes or no? Or it could be if any address is not given. This is maybe the only letter in the exam where you can write, yes, examination hall, XYZ city. Please note this down because for your formal letters, right, everything is given to you, the address is given. Sometimes when in the letter to the editor, it is not given. So what do we write? Examination hall, XYZ city. Or if an address is given, we can use that address. Okay. So this is, who is this? The sender. Then what comes? Date comes. Then comes the receiver. Who is the receiver? The editor. Okay. Say we have Indian Express and write the proper address. Then comes your subject. Yes. Subject. Please start with 2. Highlight. What? Yeah, you leave a line. You leave a line. Everything here on the left side, like this is your sender. Leave a line, write the date. Leave a line over here. Comes the subject, salutation, your content. right? And of course, so if you have to write, it has to be this kind of a format, okay, right? Then, of course, to highlight the issue of, the problem of, to appreciate, right, the law and order enforcement, to appreciate the performance of, or to appreciate the, you can say, the following of COVID protocol, anything, right? It could be yes or no, right? Then, of course, here your salutation. What is your salutation here? Yes. So you can write sir if you want to. Some people write dear sir also. So it's entirely up to you. Can I rub this? Erasing it? You can. Tell me write sir only. You can write dear sir also when you see that. Right? Someone writes dear editor also. Dear editor. Okay? They write that also. So if you know the designation, like you write the manager, dear manager, right? So dear chairman, we write that way also. So here they write that also. So it's entirely up to you. Then we will talk about the introduction of the topic. Let us pick up a topic to discuss. What topic is it that you want to discuss with the editor? Yes? Healthcare? So what about healthcare? The lack of proper healthcare? I'm not getting a question. Just to speak clearly, please. Okay. So we want to talk about the lack of healthcare facilities? Is it this is what you want to discuss? Okay. Right? Fine. We all want to discuss this topic. Okay. So when I start with the introduction, yes, you have your favorite lines that I'm a regular reader of your newspaper. And through this column, I want to highlight the issue of, right? Why I want to highlight this issue? So that more people can be aware of it, more people can read about it. Then we discuss that. Now, here, what is it that you want to talk about the lack of healthcare facilities? What topic, what are you going to include here? Any time reference you want to talk about, any particular experience that made you realize this? Yes? When did you realize this? When did you realize this? So during the pandemic? Yes? Okay, so you can see at the peak of, right? So there was a severe lack of healthcare facilities. It was very difficult, you can say, for the people to get admission, right? And of course, here there was an overcrowding of every kind of, you can say, hospital that was available, right? What can be done? And naturally, because there was overcrowding, right? What happened as a result of it? Lack of attention. Yes. Right? There was anger among the people. Naturally, our near and dear ones are not getting the treatment, right? And sometimes, why was this also happening? Why was this happening? It is also happening that people are getting delayed in their treatment. So when people start developing signs, it is immediately that you start getting yourself tested. Why wait till things get worse? And then you want to end up rushing to the hospitals where already there's so much of a crowd where there are more chances of getting that infection. Then here I discussed the problem. Yes. What is the solution to this? When we talk about it, is not that the editor has a magic wand and needs to go, okay, your problem is over. No, we have to give that solution. And as responsible citizens, we have to find a solution. What is the solution to this? How can we improve the healthcare facilities? Yes, naturally, yeah. So it has made us realize that the health services, right, they require immediate and more attention, right? What about the staff and all? How can we overcome the problem of understaffing, less staff? Isn't it? Right? So of course, there can be recruitment, like of course, from the hospitals and from the medical colleges, that the senior year students, they can be given that opportunity, right? We can ask for volunteers also who can come, right? Then of course, what are the medicines and all? What happens to the medicine during these times? Everything becomes so expensive. And people, because they want to save the near and dear ones, they are ready to pay any price, isn't it? So there has to be some kind of check. Yes. So there has to be some kind of a checking on the prices. So it is easily. Then once again, our public awareness system has to be very, very efficient. That is, we have to make people aware again and again. If you see kind of symptom, what are you supposed to do? Get yourself tested. Don't wait till it is too late, right? That way we can reduce the number of cases also. We can reduce the number of fatalities also, isn't it? Right? So that public awareness, it has to be very, very, and of course, how then can it be possible if we are following all the, that's it, right? So remember, whenever we discuss a problem, I will start with the introduction. What is it that you want to talk about? What is it that you want to highlight? Then I will discuss the problem. Why is there the need to discuss this problem, right? Then, of course, what is the solution to it? Fine? Clear? Are you listening? How do I end it? Your close, yours truly, give your name. A, B, C. Fine? Language has to be formal, language has to be polite. Let us pick up another topic. Can we talk about so this has come to our concern, it's come to our notice from statistics, from saying that, yes, that about the dropout rates from school. What is dropout rate? What is it? What does it mean? Yes, what is dropout rate? What is dropout rate? Leaving school, not continuing with the studies, that is dropout rate. Pratham? Right? And why do you think this happens? So you want to talk about the dropout rates from the schools. First of all, let us just, you will talk about what is dropout rate. Make it clear what it means, that yes, the children do not continue their studies. They're not able to get even, you can say, the basic education. Why does this happen? Why do students leave the schools? Why do they don't continue with their studies? And we talk about rural areas. Why? What could be the reasons? Can you tell me why they leave the schools? Come on, think, you people are such thinkers. Yes, from home, anybody give me an answer? Why I'm not getting any response from you all? Raise your hand if you're listening to me. Raise your hand. Now, I want alert and attentive students. I don't want sleeping beauties in the classroom. Yes, students at home, tell me. What could be the reasons of student leaving the schools? Yes. Financial condition. Okay, very nice. Very good. Yeah, financial condition, because the financial condition is not good, then what is happening as a result? They are able to complete their studies, they're not able to finish their schooling. Then of course, like she said, yeah, they are sent to work. Yeah, right. So of course here they are sent to work in the fields, in the factories, because the family wants an additional source of income. Why? Because they have large families, they have more mouths to feed. So it is difficult for them to support their children. And they think the elder one has studied enough and the elder one can go and work. Then you said stereotype thinking. It is what is that stereotype? That there is no need for girls to, yes. And is it right or is it wrong? It's wrong. It is there. You send girls to school, they will also be a very important part of the society. Naturally, an educated woman can take care of her family better. Yeah. Thank you. Right? Yes. So of course, we are all there. Of course, we are blessed because our parents had faith in us. They sent us to school. They had that faith that they, yeah, then you can go and work, right? So we should also give others the opportunity, right? And we've read, do you remember the chapter you had in class 10th, Bholi? Do you remember that story? That how education changed her life? And how did Bholi change her life? What happened to Bholi? She became so confident. And although, how did her family treat her? How did her family treat her? They did not give her much importance because she had fallen down and she had hurt her head and she had, these marks on her face. Yes. But when she went to school, her whole life changed. Right? So when you are learning, you have that confidence, you have that strength. That fine, I will be able to take care of my life. And in the end, what did she do? She refused to marry that old man. Yes, and she decided that I will take care of my parents. This is the power of education. And we want that power to reach everywhere. No one should be denied this opportunity. So what can we do to improve this, to stop the dropout rate? It could be also that, what else? We can talk about transport facilities also. Maybe the school up to 8th class is nearby, but the school which is there, like for the senior class is far off. Then parents say, no need to go so far, stay at home. Isn't it? So we can discuss these points once again. Let us talk how we can improve that. How can we talk about the financial condition? Why is the financial condition bad? Because they have large families. Yeah. And it is also because it could be their parents do not have an education. फिर वो क्या होता है? Web होता है ना? Yes. Yes. Yeah. So need for girls. Yeah. And of course, it's a waste of time. Absolutely correct. So we can talk about all this because they have large families. It's difficult for them to feed them, difficult to take care of their education. So it is very important for them to be aware of that, yeah, having small family is going to solve many of your problems, isn't it? Right? Then, of course, here, when the child is there going to work, it is going to create even more problems here. The child is going to end up in a life of poverty, just like his. So if he has an education, he is there, at least completing his schooling, then he thinks about learning some skill and all, he'll earn more, he'll have a better life. Right? So let's once again create awareness that girls need to go to school as much as the boys. And boys also need to go to school. Boys also, they are not sent, let them work over there. Girls are not sent, ghar ka kaam karo. Isn't it? So this thinking, it needs to change. Right? Okay? And of course, transport facilities have to be there. We have to see the schools are within reachable distance. They're well connected. That, the transport facility is there so that students do not give up. And nowadays, we are reading so many inspirational stories. You've been watching the Olympics? Have you? Have you read about you can say athletes and about the participants, about their life? How much determination they have and how they have come up from those circumstances, and see they are competing at the international level, right? So this is here, you have the opportunity, you're given a chance, you can change so many things. Yes, a discouraging environment, Manpreet, absolutely. Maybe in the school you're not happy, like you're not getting that kind of encouragement to perform, right? So no one is appreciating, and so that is also, and even at home also, and even at school, that negativity, then the child does not feel like going there. Okay, right? So we can write about these letters. Please understand, the editor is not going to solve your problem. We are highlighting it. We are making people aware so that the concerned authorities can take action. And you have your favorite lines. What are your favorite concluding lines? The authorities can wake up from their deep slumber.